The return of the Superfly, and this crowd is erupting.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Look at this. Look at the physique on this guy. Only on International Championship Wrestling, and then great to have him back. This guy's in incredible shape. I mean, he's up against a pretty big fella, the Kodiak Bear himself, over 330 pounds. But the Superfly not intimidated at all.
He may be the Kodiak Bear, but did you ever hear about hunting season?
Yeah.
I think Snuka's going on a hunting expedition.
Is that hunting season today?
Did we promise you the legends like Ivan Putski and the Bushwhackers and Snuka? There's hundreds of legends and the rising young superstars, and of course, the greatest wrestlers in the world each and every week. And it looks like, oh my, the Kodiak Bear caught Snuka, well, as you should say, as he was getting set. Totally off guard.
Well, this Kodiak Bear is not to be taken lightly. He is a bear of a man.
You know, I didn't catch the weight as
the Kodiak Bear
Steve gave us the weight.
Well, it's about 330 pounds.
Look at that elbow.
And boy, he knows how to toss that weight around. Over 330 pounds of a Kodiak Bear.
You know, I have seen bears that are smaller than that.
This guy's from the frozen tundra of Alaska.
And a clothesline. Look at those meat hooks on that Kodiak Bear, I'll tell you.
You know, the Superfly is in for a tough match against this Kodiak Bear as he hammers away on that
Well,
head.
you know, give the Zodiac Bear a lot of credit. He never let Superfly get a chance to get set in this match. As he was getting set in the corner, he attacked them, never let him get into the match, which was really the only way that it can be for the Zodiac Bear.
The Kodiak Bear, yeah, the Kodiak Bear has to do that. The guy's been around, like I said, if you're International Championship Wrestling, you've been around the block a few times, and the Kodiak Bear has certainly, besides all the strength that he has, also has some ring savvy. Oh, just threw him down like a bad habit.
He is a powerhouse, this Kodiak Bear. And so far, Superfly Snuka not getting a chance to get into this match. And he's just punching him to the back of the head. And now the Zodiac Bear trying to separate the head from the shoulders of the Superfly.
So far, the Kodiak Bear is bearing down as he is putting in all his weight and the tremendous pressure that is being put on this Superfly right now. I mean, you talk about pain, you talk about a pain in the neck. Well, right now, the Kodiak Bear is a real pain in the neck to the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. But it is not over, there's no doubt about that. This is far from over. Because obviously you're talking about Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Just great to have him back here on International Championship Wrestling. And right now, it is just an incredible amount of strength as referee, as the crowd very concerned. You can see, Mike, the concern the crowd has for the Superfly as that pressure is being applied by the Kodiak Bear on International Championship Wrestling.
I'll tell you something, Phil. Oh, look at this. You know, the Superfly always worked off the crowd. He feeds from the crowd. And this crowd certainly behind one of their all-time great heroes, the Superfly. And Snuka, at times, showing absolutely no life. And at times, looked like he's coming back.
Well, he just keeps squeezing. I mean, he says the squeezing, that when you have that kind of power on you, it's kind of like having your head in a vice.
Well, I do have the Kodiak Bear listed at 333 pounds, and I'll tell you, you know, think about this. How would you like a guy 333 pounds twisting your neck? Think about that.
No, thank you. That's why I'm very content to be right here ringside with you, because you're not 333 pounds, and you don't go twisting necks. At least I hope you don't.
And now, it's the Superfly for the first time in this match. He was attacked from the very start. And now, elbows into that huge midsection. Off the ropes is the Superfly, and a double chop to the back of the head.
Well, the whole building shook. Did you feel that, Mike? The whole building shook when the Kodiak went down.
We're erupting now. This capacity crowd coming to life. And now, oh, Superfly throwing that massive head of the Kodiak bear into that turnbuckle.
It's just such a huge mass of humanity to move around in there.
Hey, look at that. A chop to the throat. And right now, off the ropes, Superfly up and a double chop by Jimmy Snuka. And I tell you, this is one bear that Snuka would love to skin and have as a trophy. Look at that. He's picking the guy up and slams him at 333.
I don't know how he could do that. Look at this. How can he do that?
All right. This is what everybody's been waiting for. There's only one man that does it this way, and that's the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka.
Oh, my. Look at this. Look at
The
that
legend.
Look at that look. Oh, no.
1, 2, and that's it.